Hi guys, welcome back to another hopefully amazing VCV rec tutorial. I'm the Clip Factor. I'm drinking and smoking like always, and today I want to talk about evolution. Okay, let's stop the sequence and let's zoom in. There's so much new stuff out there, but today I want to do a review of the evolution sequencer by Martin Lüders. You will find this in the ML modules, I think. Let's have a right click here. ML modules and their evolution, okay? So, and this is a video, I think this is the third try. The first time I did it is like 1 month ago, and while doing this review I get stuck because it didn't behave like I thought. And the same happened the second time, other things happened, and now I'm here the third time, and thanks to Martin Lüders, because he's very patient with me and he's explaining what all this stuff is doing. Okay, this module doesn't look really complicated or really, yeah, I don't know. It looks like, okay, it's a random whatever sequencer with a little few knobs here. It's not a big deal, but believe me, this guy can do a lot. Okay, so first let me explain you all these controls, and then we will patch a few things together. I have something prepared here. Okay, here you got the trigger input. This is not a big deal. You can choose the pattern length up to 16 steps. Let's stay here with 8 steps, and you can control this with voltage. You got 2 inputs, A and B, and you have a, let's initialize this, yeah. Oh my god, something is playing. Whatever. You got the replace button, a parent, and a mix button. It's not, they are knobs, okay, not buttons. So what the replace button does, it gives you the probability that a step gets changed by a new value. So if this is 0, nothing will happen. You will have or nothing or a locked sequence, okay? The parent knob gives you the probability if there is a change in the value of the step, which value is used, the A input or the B input, okay? And the mix button, this is something I didn't check out at all first. It doesn't mix anything. It only gives you this is like a scale button, yeah? When you bring this to 0, nothing will happen, never. You can put replace to 1. If this is on 0, nothing will happen because this is a percentage. So an example, let's say this is 10%, yeah? And you get replace on 1, the step will be replaced 100%, and it will be replaced by the input A. If this input is plus 1 volt, and this is 10%, so it will only be changed for 0.1 volts plus, okay? This is important. This works like a scale, but it isn't, because depending on the values, you can get big values and yeah, whatever. This is what it is, okay? And you get you have one output. This is the main output that gives you the result of all this, and you have a second output, and this is something really nice. I showed this in this. I did a video about this, about how to patch a sequencer, and I used this twice. This output does nothing else than to give you the same output like this one, only delayed by steps. It's in a shift register, so here you have 1 step delay, and there may be 8 and up to 16 steps delay, okay? The sounding is good. Okay, that seems simple, but we can do a lot of things with that. Let's get our zoom back. I need a little beer. And let's mute this, okay? Now, let's play a random sequence. Okay, here. Okay, we have replace on one. I have here quantizer, these Modulator Quantizers. On right click, they have a menu here. Now we go down, so it's forced to change the value or the quantizing if there is a change in the value. Okay. Now this has no input, no output, and so it should mean okay, there's nothing strange happening. Okay, but let me stop this. If there's nothing patched in, this output A, no, crap. Let us measure this, okay? We do only changes in the output A, in the input A, and we go for 100% of changes, okay? And you see, the output is between -5 and +5, okay? Here I got -5, this is over time. Believe me, it's like this, okay? Now let's change this to B. And you see, we go to +6 and we go to -6. So the B output is like normalized to 1 volt to the A output, input, sorry. The B input is normalized to the A input. So if there's nothing plugged in, this is some sample and hold stuff, but this the A line or A input goes to from +5 to -5, and the B from +6 to -6 volts. This is 1 octave, okay? So yeah, you can use that to octave things, and this is the first patch I show you. I got here a sequencer, and let's take the output from this sequencer to A, okay? Let's replace every step, and yeah, with 100%, okay? Let's run this. Okay, take another octave. Okay, this is this line, what we are hearing. Now, when I change this to replace immediately to B, we have a jump 1 octave, okay? What you can do now, bring it to middle. So you will have always playing the same sequence, but you have little octave jumps, okay? This is something really nice, and it will never get boring. And when you use this mix thing, so you won't have octaves, so yeah, you will have stuff like less octaves, okay? Less than octaves, okay? Okay, this is one nice thing you can do with this sequencer. I need a cigarette. Okay. Now, the next thing you can do, let's go back here. Let's set replace for the moment to 1. Let's plug in 2 sequences. Now let's listen to the first sequence. Okay, I think this is on 7 steps. Let's bring this to 8 here. And now let's go to the second one. Now this is something really nice, because what you can do now is you can morph between two sequences, and you can control this here with voltages. Now, here you get really random stuff happening on between these two sequences, okay? And now we have the first sequence. Now when you set the mix lower, and let's set this really low and the replace a little bit lower, and then switch here. So it will take a time to go from one to the next sequence, but at least at the end you will have a fixed sequence. This is something you can use in tracks. Yeah, it's this morphing between two sequences. This is really nice, and I don't know any sequencer who does this. Morphing between sounds, yes, but between two sequences, oh, maybe, I don't know. I'm not a nerd. I'm a normal person, I don't know. Okay. Now, the next thing you can do, we had this octave thing, yeah? Like, we got the sequence. Let's do replace completely. And this is because the B input is normalized with +1 volt to the A input, okay? But if we use the B input, okay? Okay, let's listen to this. Now the A input is not normalized to the B input, so we can get a real completely random sequence here, okay? Get it? So what you can do, when you go back here, you got your sequence, okay? And now if you made a track or an arrangement, hey, this is free jazz. Here you got your solo, okay? And depending on how strong you want the replacement here, yeah, you can go wild. And when the moment is there, come back to your sequence. Okay? This is a real nice feature, believe me, if you make arrangements. Okay? Now, I'm smoking, I'm talking, I'm drinking. I hope it doesn't disturb you. What else can we do? You can use... we don't have a scale, a real scale. We have this guy here, but you can use an attenuator from A to B, and you can choose a range of your how this is called, of your sequence, okay? So now let's replace this one. Okay, let's get an octave down. Let's say we want go from here to here, and that will be our range. When you have mix fully opened, then it will jump between these two values. But when you get a smaller value, now you have a nice playing sequence that never gets under this value and never over this value. Okay? This is a nice feature, and let me show what this guy does. Okay? Okay, I will use the same. It only delays. And we have an 8-step sequence. Oh, sorry. Now when I lock the sequence, they should play the same. Why don't they do? Let me see this. I'm here on down. I don't know. Ah, no. Okay. You see, they play the same sequence because this is a 16 step or 16, yeah, whatever shift register. And now I put it to 8. And now it's 8 steps delayed. And we had 8 steps here. So this is playing the same. Okay? But when I use other steps and change the mode in the quantizer, this makes like, yeah, nice things. And we even don't have inputs here. We only have maybe 1 volt and 2 volts. Okay? Nice thing. Okay. What else? There's so much to show. With this guy, you can shape sequences. Let's get our sequence here. I even don't remember how I did this, but let me see. Okay. Let's get this guy here. Now we see the sequence. And let's bring this what's happening? Oh, yeah. Now we got here an LFO, okay? Let me see, I don't remember how I did this, okay, but now you see how the sequence is following the LFO. Yeah, let's bring this to Union mode. You see? And we are still we still have a random sequence, okay? Yeah, you can shape sequences. This is maybe not the best thing for a melody, but you can use this to for a filter, for instance, or for whatever. Isn't this nice? And you can set the strange of this. Yeah, you see how the sequence is following the sequencer, and you can even do it randomly. Okay, let's stop this here. There's much more things about this Martin Lüder's evolution sequencer, but I hope you got an idea what you can do with this guy. This is an amazing plugin or amazing module, and yeah, play around with this. I think I hope you understood what all this stuff is doing. It doesn't look much, but it does a lot of interesting things. Yeah, however, I'm the Clue Factor, and you can get my last album free on Bandcamp. I will put the link in the description below, as always. And yeah, click follow me wherever, best on Twitter or whatever. Hey, have fun with VCV Rec. There are more tutorials to come, but there's so much new stuff out there, and I don't know, I don't have enough time, enough life to do all this. Okay, we will see. See you soon with my next video. Hey, cheers, have fun.